and all he wanted in life was to be able to have a wife. And he never did. He died without ever having a wife. And one of those paintings now you could buy for $50 million. So there's a long old story about something that is new being discredited by what was old and then being what is valuable. The avant-garde of the past becomes the wallpaper of the future.
I see. You've been the avant-garde for a long time, and when you said something decades ago about cameras becoming smaller and people being able to make their own movies, no hassle, it has become such.
Well, already that we're using artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence, do you know what CRISPR is? CRISPR.
Yeah, I do.
You do. So two things that we have invented, one being CRISPR, the ability to cut our genes, and artificial intelligence, which is going to get a big boost shortly because of the quantum computer. Those are things that we have to keep in a box because we don't want to fool with our genome because we might cure your son's sickle cell anemia. That's okay. But if it gets into the big genome of us, we don't know the result. I mean, it could be in 50 years, all of a sudden a spider hair will come out of our head. We don't know. So people around the world, including China, have restricted fooling around with the human genome, and we have to also not allow artificial intelligence to just wander through the internet because it can write code. And that's very dangerous to have something so smart be able to have all the knowledge of the universe and write. You know how hard it is even without AI writing code today. I mean, you can't do anything without it saying, well, you got to go here and get the number there. And so be careful, keep those two things in a box.
Okay. There are some, how did the I don't know, how did the experience of making Apocalypse Now prepare you or in some way make you a person able to make better decisions when filming Megalopolis?
Well, because I was very worried when Apocalypse Now came out because it had such negative reviews and it was not, it didn't win any Oscars or it wasn't noticed. But people kept going to see it again and again and again. And to this day, for 40 years, Apocalypse Now is always making money. So, there's two ways to make money in a movie. The normal way where you make a lot of money so you can pay your debts. But the other way is my way, which was to make films that people are still looking at 50 years later. And I have no doubt in my mind that Megalopolis is going to play for the next 50 years.
Okay. Right. But so it was not a difficult decision to decide to fund it yourself?
It's always a difficult decision. No one wants to go in, in Apocalypse Now, which I own, the debt in those days was 21%. You ever hear of interest being 21%? Well, that's what it was during Apocalypse Now. It's not so bad today. What is it, about 8%? So the trick is that you have to pay the loan off at some point. And the way I did it is I have a way to handle it also.